Hey guys, David here. So today what I want to talk about is 21st century learning, and I want to talk about what skills are essential for our students to learn in this current day and age. In this over-digitalized society, we need more than ever the students to know how to collaborate, how to be creative, and how to be curious. So let's get into it. According to Jeff Escobar, in the 21st century, students must learn to collaborate, to work with and listen to a variety of points of view. There are so many different diverse students and people in our world that we have to learn all the different talents and strengths of people and weaknesses so that we can be comfortable working with each other in many forms. So one of the ways that I use collaboration in my classroom is I have groups of 32 to 40 people for the robotics builds, and they work with students across 10 different sections. So I see these students every other day, and you'll notice that these students are all in different periods on different days, and they all have different roles that they collaborate with to build the Clawbot. Students pick their own roles between organizer, understander, resourcer, and includer, and these roles allow students to leave videos digitally, take notes, and keep track of time. So they all are able to capitalize their own strengths and help each other's weaknesses. Videos left by the resourcer are sometimes in different languages, so we rely on technology to help our collaboration. So these are some of the ways that my students have been collaborating together, but I still think there's a lot of room for improvement for me. So what I was thinking was that I can improve my use of rubrics in the grading system of this collaborative project. So TPOC, or the Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge, incorporates the sweet spot of all three of these, and I want to work on my pedagogical knowledge of using rubrics to get more detailed criteria for how I grade my students for this collaborative project. And to do so, I want to reach out to my professional learning network on social media and look for how other educators are using rubrics for robotics projects to see what specific things that I should look for in grading my students. So the next aspect of 21st century learning that I want to talk about is curiosity. And according to Patrick Goertz, curiosity is all about asking good questions, tinkering, and exploring those crazy ideas. And in this century, we as teachers need to learn how to provide support and encouragement for students' personal journeys as opposed to just teaching them and then memorizing. We want them more focused on answering questions as opposed to remembering answers. So one of the ways that I promote curiosity in my classroom is that instead of giving my students answers when they ask me questions, I provide them with another context question to help push them to try and come up with their own answer for what they're doing. So for example, alright, now move it. Up and down. Up and down. By asking good questions, we can promote curiosity in students and having them come up with their own answers as opposed to just being told what to do. So part of being in the 21st century as a teacher is trying to create more projects that push students to coming up with their own answers to questions. The third element of 21st century learning is creativity. And we need to be praising students, according to Joseph Machado, to generate ideas and encourage innovative thinking that allows students to refine those really unique ideas in a space that allows for exploration and interaction. So one of the ways that I promote creativity in my class is through the coding challenge. And in this challenge, the students are setting up their Clawbots with some code that's presented to them, and their job is to download the code to their Clawbot and then bring it out into the hallway to complete one of the three challenges. They start on challenge 1 and they work their way towards challenge 3, where they're given a maze in the hallway and they have to test what the initial code does, and then they're going to have to, if the Clawbot goes to one spot and then stops at a certain point, they're going to have to try and think to themselves, how do I get the Clawbot from where it is to the next line of where the destination is? So they have to analyze the code and redesign it so that they can come up with a solution to the problem. They're not given any details on what they have to do to get there. It's up to them to creatively come up with a solution, whether it is increasing the time that the Clawbot moves, whether they increase the speed that it moves, and they have to figure out how to move and navigate around all the different challenges. So reflecting on the way that I use curiosity and creativity in the classroom, I want to, over the summer, think about other ways to collect formative assessment from my students. And I think that one of the things that I can do better is I can give students more choice in the different types of assignments that they have. So one of my plans is that over the summer, when I go to the Avid to Math Strand conference, I'm going to reach out to my professional learning network, and I'm going to look for other strategies people use to assess the students and hopefully give them choice in how they get assessed. So right now, what I'm thinking is perhaps using like Flipgrid more often, or perhaps giving students a choice of answering 3 to 5 questions. And I'm hoping that over the summer I come up with more strategies on how to allow the students to creatively give me what they know. Overall, I think that 21st century learning is really important to take into consideration in planning for your lessons. And hopefully, you guys enjoyed watching. Until next time.